The Boy Who Cried Wolf. Once upon a time, in a peaceful little village nestled at the edge of a green, rolling hillside, there lived a young shepherd boy. His job was to look after the village's sheep, keeping them safe while they grazed in the meadow. Every day, the boy would take the sheep out to the fields and watch them closely, making sure they didn't wander off or get into trouble. At first, the boy loved his job. The sun was always warm and the fields were wide and beautiful. But after a while, the boy began to get a little bored. Watching the sheep all day long wasn't as exciting as he had hoped. He wished something exciting would happen to break up the routine. One day, as he sat on a large rock, he suddenly had an idea. "I know! I'll have some fun," he thought mischievously. "I'll shout that a wolf is coming. The villagers will rush up the hill to help me, and I'll get their attention. It'll be so funny." So the boy stood up and with all his might shouted, "Wolf! Wolf! There's a wolf coming! Help! Help!" The villagers who were working in the fields or at their homes heard his cries. They rushed up the hill worried about the sheep, but when they arrived they saw no wolf. The boy was standing there laughing and pointing at the empty fields. The villagers were not pleased. "Don't cry wolf when there's no wolf," they scolded. "You're just playing tricks and it's not funny." The boy apologized, though he was still chuckling at his own joke. The villagers returned to their work, shaking their heads. The next day, the boy grew bored again. He looked at the sheep and sighed. "What if I did it again?" he wondered. "I could have even more fun this time." So once again he shouted, "Wolf! Wolf! There's a wolf coming! Help! Help!" The villagers, hearing his cries, rushed up the hill once more. But when they reached the boy, there was no wolf. The boy laughed even harder. "Ha! Got you again!" The villagers were angry now. "You've tricked us twice. We won't come if you call for help again." The boy promised that he wouldn't cry wolf again, but he couldn't help himself. The very next day, he grew bored again, and this time he shouted even louder, "Wolf! Wolf! There's a wolf coming! Help! Help!" The villagers, already annoyed with the boy's tricks, ignored him. "He's only playing again," they said. "We won't fall for it this time." But this time, the boy wasn't joking. A real wolf had crept into the meadow, looking for a chance to attack the sheep. The boy saw the wolf's sharp teeth and the gleam in its eyes, and he quickly ran to the villagers for help. "Wolf! Wolf! Please come quickly!" he shouted, but no one came. The wolf attacked the sheep, and the boy was helpless to stop it. When the villagers finally heard the commotion, they rushed up the hill, but it was too late. The wolf had already run off, and many of the sheep were lost. The boy was heartbroken and ashamed. "I should have told the truth," he said to himself as he looked at the empty meadow. "I shouldn't have tricked the villagers." The villagers, who had heard the boy's cries but had ignored him, gathered around him. "You've learned a hard lesson, young shepherd," they said. "When you cry for help and don't tell the truth, no one will believe you when you really need them." From that day on, the boy never played tricks again. He learned that trust is important, and that if you lie or deceive others, you lose their trust when you truly need it most. And so, the boy continued to watch the sheep carefully, and the villagers knew that when he called for help, it was because he truly needed it.